Hello friends, welcome back. If you want to know what is a user story in Agile, what is the best format to write a user story, what all supporting information a good user story should have, then you are watching the right video. In this video, I am going to explain all of them with a real-time example. Let's get started. Before discussing about a user story, it is useful to know how the software requirement is broken down into user stories. As you can see, initiative is broken down into epics, and epics are further broken down into user stories. Initiative are nothing but the collection of epics that drive towards a common goal. Epics are large bodies of work that can be broken down into several smaller tasks called stories. What is a user story? A user story is the smallest unit of work in Agile framework. It is the short requirements written from the perspective of the end user. It is mostly written in non-technical language. It clearly defines the functionality which the end user is expecting. Let us see what is the best format to write the user story. The best format is, as a end user, I want goal, so that benefit. In place of end user, we write user type or the role. In place of goal, we write the functionality that the end user is expecting. In place of benefit, we write the benefit the end user gets from the developed functionality. So in this format, all the stakeholders in the project will know who is the end user, what is the goal of the end user, and what is the benefit he is expecting. Now let us see what all supporting information a good user story should have. All the supporting information is very much needed for the developers and the QA team. What are those? Those are summary, that is the title of the story. User story itself, which we write in the format. Next is scope, which tells the expected output from the story. Next is precondition, which is the criteria that are required as a precondition for the functionality to work. Next is acceptance criteria, that is conditions that a product must meet to be accepted by the user. Next is supporting documents. It may be UX or UI, it may be business process map, or it may be UML sequence diagram. Now, let us see how to capture a user story with all supporting information with a real-time example. Let's say there's a project called school management software. We have a short requirement to develop a login page for student. As you can see, this is how school management software requirement is broken down from initiative to epics and further down to user stories. So in this video, we'll only discuss about the user story called student login page. To know more about the difference between epics and user stories, please watch the related video in my channel. Now, this is how we can capture a user story with all supporting information for a student login. As you can see, summary. Summary is nothing but the title. So we can keep the title as student login page. And the user story. So we write the user story in the given format, like as a student. So student is the end user here. I want, what the goal he needs? I want to have a login functionality, so that what he benefits, that is, so that I can successfully use student module. And scope. Scope is nothing but the expected output. So this is very much important for the developers and QA team. So what is the scope? Build a login page and student validation. Then comes the precondition. So precondition is nothing but what criteria is required for the student to use this software. So here precondition is students should have registered in school to use login page. Then non-functional requirements. It is nothing but let's say it should work in all the browsers. Students should be able to log in within 3 seconds. So we can describe some kind of non-functional requirements. Next comes the acceptance criteria. That is nothing but the condition that a product must meet to be accepted by the end user. Now this is the format to write acceptance criteria. To know more about the acceptance criteria, please watch the related videos in my channel. Now as you can see, we can have two scenarios in this story. One is student can log in successfully. That is, given I am on login page. When I provide valid username and password and I click on sign in, then I will log in successfully. This is the positive scenario. Another scenario what we can describe is student cannot log in successfully. So given I am on login page, when I provide invalid username and the password and I click on sign in, then I will get an error message. Please provide valid credentials. So acceptance criteria is very much important for the QA to test the functionality, that is to test the user story. Then we should also provide some kind of additional information, let's say like UX and UI attachment. So we have to provide this screen to show the developers that these are how the screen should look. To know how to capture all this information in Jira tool, please watch related video in my channel. Now, a good user story should fulfill some kind of checklist. What are those? Keep them short, keep them simple, write from the perspective of the end user, make sure that the value or reason for the story is clear. Story should have user acceptance criteria to test the functionality. It should be testable. Make sure the story is linked to the related epic. That is nothing but the collection of user stories. Thank you very much, friends. Please like and subscribe to my video.